Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome to the No DQ live recap of Friday Night Smackdown for July the 10th, 2020. We have the horror show at Extreme Rules coming up in just over a week. And man, I think the horror show came early to WWE with this week's show. Woof. All right. Let's go ahead and get started with this recap. Ken Terminated by Google says, Stan Aaron is back. Well, I might have that same negative energy that Eminem has when it comes to this review. Let's go ahead and get to it. We kicked off the show with Miz TV. They mocked Jeff Hardy. John Morrison talked about how Hardy has better makeup than Doink the Clown. And Jeff pioneered dance moves like the Dougie. Jeff Hardy came out for his segment and a video package was shown. All the stuff between Jeff Hardy and Sheamus. Miz and Morrison continued to mentally screw with Jeff Hardy and tease him, taunt him, you name it. Talked about Jeff self-destructing again, that it's going to happen. Jeff wanted to know if they were actually going to ask him questions, because that's what you do on a talk show. They asked Jeff if he's okay. Jeff said he's been to a dark place, but it's going to take more than taunts to bring him down. He is going to be a beacon of light. And he wants to let everybody out there know that the hope is real. Miz and Morrison talked about how they think they can help Jeff. And a match was pitched for the horror show at Extreme Rules. Jeff Hardy versus Sheamus in a bar fight. That's right, a bar fight. Jeff Hardy accepted this match, and then he challenged Miz and Morrison to a match. He attacked them both, knocked them out of the ring. We had our commercial break. A bar fight. Wow. Will we see APA in this match, perhaps? Just wondering. But yeah, we got a swamp fight. We got an eye for an eye match where the only way to win is to gouge your opponent's eye out. And now we have a bar fight. The horror show at Extreme Rules, people. It's gonna be a happening. Curtis Butler says, barf fight? Barf fight might be more like it. The barf fight at Extreme Rules. There you go. So we had this match between Hardy and The Miz. John Morrison was there at ringside, and Jeff Hardy was doing pretty well, all things considered, when all of a sudden, Sheamus appeared on the big screen having a pint. Miz attempted to take advantage of the stupid babyface being distracted. He rolled up Jeff Hardy. However, Jeff Hardy countered the roll-up into a roll-up of his own and defeated The Miz. There you go. Stupid babyface actually does not fall for the heel tactic. Well, he did, but he managed to somehow reverse it. Maybe he sensed this guy's going to try and roll me up and I'll just use the momentum and roll him up. Who knows? But anyways, Jeff Hardy picks up the victory to get that oh so important momentum heading into the bar fight at the horror show at Extreme Rules. We had a backstage promo with Cesaro and Shinsuke Nakamura. Cesaro did most of the talking, said that they do not want to ruin their integrity by doing all of the New Day's goofy stunts like throwing pancakes around and gyrating. He is sick of their antics and he is sick of them being happy, and he is sick of them repping the tag team division. Things are going to change. Unlike the New Day's act, things are going to change. I thought Cesaro did okay with this promo. It was fine. Ken terminated by Google with a $5.05 super chat. Thank you, Ken. He says, Rift, did you steal my APA comment considering that the APA is one of my favorite tandems, LOL. By the way, nice hair coloring, Stan. Well, thank you for that, Ken. I'll take that as a compliment. And I made that comment just for you because I know you love the APA. Caleb Jacobs with a $1 super chat. Thank you for that, Caleb. He sent no comment, but I appreciate the super chat. We had Bayley and Sasha Banks, who have yet to miss a SmackDown since the pandemic began, not 1 week off. They came out for their tag team match against Nikki Cross and Alexa Bliss, but they were attacked by Nikki before the match, during the entrance. We had this match, and Nikki taunted Bayley at one point, grabbing the SmackDown Women's Championship and holding it up. But then we had Sasha throw Alexa into the barricade. Nikki attacked Sasha and then got rolled up. Another roll-up. Imagine that. Bayley rolled up Nikki and then used the ropes for leverage to pick up the victory. Nice way to build up Nikki Cross as the challenger by having her lose. Now, it's better, I suppose, than Bayley losing. My question is, why even book the match in the first place? Or if you are going to book the match, then have Alexa take the fall or have Sasha take the fall or do something else. Yeah. And then we had a match replay, which was from Money in the Bank, Bray Wyatt versus Braun Strowman. Braun Strowman won, of course. Bray Wyatt was Mr. Rogers. We all knew it was going to happen. Why? I get you're trying to build up the swamp fight, but why replay an empty arena match? If you're going to replay a match, replay a badass match that had a crowd. Like, do we really want to see a replay of an empty arena match? Seriously. So yeah, time filler. It is what it is. Whatever. We had the New Day cut a promo backstage and talked about how they're not underestimating Shin and Cesaro. All of the accomplishments of Cesaro and Shin were brought up, and Big E vowed that they would retain the titles, and he started getting into the Big E zone, and he was going all crazy. It was entertaining. The promos were one of the better things about the show, in my opinion. And then we had the Karaoke Showdown. Psycho Jet Black with a $2 super chat says, why do you look like Eminem? Are you going to rap now? Yo, 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 check this out. No, I'm not going to rap. I'm not going to sing either because I'm about to talk about the Karaoke Showdown, and I'm tempted to sing, but I'm not going to. The legendary Mike B with a $5 super chat says, the three faces of Bray Wyatt, Mr. Rogers, Bray the Eater of Worlds, Wyatt, and the Fiend. Happy Friday, everyone. Well, you made a little mistake there. It's the Eater of Pinfalls, Bray Wyatt. But I suppose in a swamp fight, that gives Bray Wyatt an advantage because he cannot be pinned. At least that's what I'm assuming. All right, so we had this Karaoke Showdown hosted by Jey Uso, getting his one TV appearance for the next 6 months until Jimmy returns. The participants: Lacey Evans, Dana Brooke, Tamina Snuka, and Naomi. In other words, all of the women that got absolutely nothing going on right now. Lacey was up first. She sang With My Baby Tonight. I really do not want to give a bad letter grade to a show where they have With My Baby Tonight being sang, but holy cow, was this bad. And I'm guessing it was supposed to be bad on purpose, but woof. This was brutal. Dana Brooke was up next, and she sang the Honky Tonk Man song. And this, too, was quite awful. I mean, I love the songs, but, man, this was just like... This was so bad that I was entertained by it, but I also, at the same time, am thinking, who in their right mind, who's not a wrestling fan, and a very diehard fan at that, who in their right mind would tune into this and stay glued to the television set? Psycho Jet Black with a $2 super chat says, will the swamp match have Kermit the Frog as the referee? You might as well. You could always introduce a new puppet, a frog puppet, for the match. I'd be fine with that. Hamp Connell with a $2 super chat says, how much for you to sing With My Baby Tonight? $100 US super chat. And if that's done before the end of the stream, I'll pull up the lyrics and I'll attempt it. Anyways, moving on here. We had Lacey Evans. Actually, before I get to that, I forgot the other two participants. Tamina did Triple H, which was also quite brutal, very brief. And it quickly went to Naomi, who did the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. He's just a common man, working hard with his hands. Ken Terminated by Google with a $3 super chat says, is this as bad as the early NXT episodes? Well, I'm not really sure they're the same thing. I would have to go back to those early NXT episodes. I don't remember Karaoke on those early NXT episodes. Nobody did Jive Soul Bro. Like, that would have been fun if you're going to have some WWE karaoke. But anyways, Naomi was the best of the bunch. And again, it was probably done by design for her to be the best. Imagine if this had a live crowd. The crowd, if this was a crowd of 50, or not 50, 5,000 to 10,000 people, they would have shit on this hard. I'm pretty certain. But the audience there at the PC, the trainees were polled. Naomi got the most votes, no surprise there. She was the best, but I'm sure it was scripted that way. And Lacey was pissed off. I guess winning karaoke was very important to Lacey Evans. She shoved Naomi down, and then they started throwing shoes at each other. This felt more like a Divas segment from like 2005 than something in the modern era of women's wrestling. And there's been this talk about a possible Evolution 2, and you're doing segments like this. We ended up having a match between Naomi and Lacey Evans. Lacey was on the outside. Dana was trying to tell Lacey she's better than this, you know, get your head straight. Lacey then shoved Tamina, and all hell broke loose again. All four women started fighting, and maybe next week we get some kind of four-way match. I don't know. I don't care. This segment was pretty cringy. Might have been the worst. And again, I was entertained by it to a degree, but man. Well, guys, Mike B with a $99.99 super chat. Should I pull a technicality on him? Sorry, Aaron, but I had to do this. Enjoy the super chat. All right, Mike B. At the end of the video, I'm going to attempt something with my baby tonight. So there you go. It's going to be bad, though. I'm warning everybody now. Might be better than Lacey Evans. We'll have to wait and see. But thank you, Mike B. I appreciate it. You called my bluff, so now I have to deliver. And unlike Greg Cherry, like I'm not good at doing this stuff on cue here, but I'll do what I can. Ken Terminated by Google with a $2 super chat. Mike B, you made Aaron and I speechless. Well, thank you for that, Ken. I appreciate that comment and the super chat. And Hamp Kana with a $2 super chat says, Thank Mike B because I was about to send it. Well, there you go. And this might be the last big super chat I ever get from anybody after this is done. So let's move on here. I honestly thought nobody was going to take me up on the offer, but we're going to do it. We're going to do it. All right, so we had a backstage promo with AJ Styles, and he talked about how he embarrassed Drew Gulak, and he was informed that next week he will be defending his Intercontinental Championship against Matt Riddle. Interesting that WWE is not saving this for Extreme Rules or SummerSlam, although it's always possible that next week there'll be a screwy finish, which I'm actually thinking is very likely. And I think AJ Styles will probably retain. Maybe King Corbin interferes, and then it's Corbin versus Riddle. Riddle wins and then faces Styles again at SummerSlam. Something along those lines would not shock me. And then we had our main event, New Day versus Cesaro and Shinsuke Nakamura. Match was good, but then they just did a double DQ. Everybody got in the ring and started fighting. And what's dumb is that this happens like every single match, except for this one. Every match you get everybody in the ring at the same time, and the referee never shuts down the match. But this time, I guess it was just too much for the referee to handle. The referee was like, fuck this show. I'm out of here. I'm just going to DQ everybody and call it a night. So after the match, Cesaro brought out a table, and the heels beat down the baby faces. And then we had Big E get laid out onto the table. Cesaro picked up Kofi on the top rope and powerbombed Kofi through the table, through Big E, and the heels celebrated. And that, my friends, was the end of this week's SmackDown. Man, this was not a very good show. Letter grade, I'm giving it a D+. And the saving grace of this show, probably the stuff with New Day, Cesaro, and Shin. The promos were good, the match was good, although the whole finish thing was, dumb, but it was all right. And then everything else was, to me, very skippable. Even the Bayley and Sasha stuff, they've been very entertaining, but this week it was just like, I felt like very little effort was put into this show, in my humble opinion. So that's my take on SmackDown this week. If you want to torture yourself, you can watch the Carpool Karaoke, or just the Karaoke, whatever the hell they call it. Game is on 100. D, table spot boosted up from a D-. Michael Wayne gives it a C. The legendary Mike B with a C+. Shady Snake with an F-. CC Drink with a C-. Matt Helms with a D+. Mr. Heavy Metal Hero Dude with a C+. And Ray's Fan 42 with an F. And Calvin Bowman with a D-. All right. So, who wants to hear With My Baby tonight? I promised you guys I would do it. And before I get to it, I would like to plug everything coming up. It's going to be a crazy week. No DQ review Saturday night, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 Pacific, unless there's a last-minute change. Sunday, I have another No DQ&A video going up. Monday is Raw recap. Tuesday, predictions for the horror show at Extreme Rules pay-per-view. Wednesday, AEW recap, Fight for the Fallen. Thursday night, 7 p.m., 4 Pacific, I will be doing the NXT recap. So I'll be talking about NXT and some of the news. And then Friday will be SmackDown again. And Saturday, I might have a No DQ&A video. Not sure. And then Sunday will be the recap. So there's going to be a lot of content. If you guys enjoy the content other than what I'm about to do, please tell a friend, spread the word. Word of mouth is the best way you guys can help me out in the future, by just going on social media and telling a friend about No DQ&A video. All right, guys, so it is now time. It's time to do With My Baby Tonight. You guys ready? Let me see if I could pull up the song. I don't even care if this gets flagged, but it might help me a little bit. There it is. I might have the volume low on it. All right, here we go. Let's see if this works. I don't know if you guys can hear this or not. All right, here we go. With My Baby Tonight, Jeff Jarrett, or later, Road Dogg. Spend my day working hard on the go, but the hands on the clock keep spinning too slow, 'cause I can't wait to be alone with my baby tonight. You know my baby's got me wrapped around that little old finger, 'cause she knows that I'd walk through hell and just back to be with her. Well, I can't wait to be alone with my baby tonight. Turn the lights off for the doors. Okay, that's enough. I'm done. I'm not doing the high pitch part, and I'm not doing the whole song. But you guys got something. I told you I would sing it a little bit. Caitlin's not around right now, fortunately. I have no idea if she's watching this or not, but I apologize. So thank you guys, and thank you, Mike B. You got me to sing on a live stream, which is something I almost never do. Mike B says that was worth it. Curtis Butler says the whole song. Hey, there's a curfew here. There's people asleep. I can't go on all night here. Ken says I'm giving you a standing O. Ray's fan says A for effort. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Hey, I'll tell you what. I'll rap the rest. Yo, it will leave all the worries of the world behind. Baby, it's true. I got a one-track mind. But it's hard to concentrate around a girl like mine. And we'll leave every worry in the world behind. I'm the kind of guy who likes to do things right, so you won't find me complaining if it takes all night. How in the world can we be wrong? Well, I wake her up in my arms with the sunlight peeking through the curtains in my room, and there's just one thing I'm thinking. Don't you know I'll lose my mind when I'm thinking about being with my baby tonight. Word. There you go. I'm sure the singing was better. Robot Tonic says you are annoying. Hey, my mission is to annoy people. Curtis Butler says Zeus is smiling right now, thumbs up. It was my dad's birthday. He would have been 67 today, so I had to do a little bit of a musical addition to this live stream. It worked out. It worked out in his honor. I'm sure he would be pleased with it. So thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed it. With My Baby Tonight. Check it out on YouTube. Jeff Jarrett lip sang it. It was really the Road Dogg singing it. It was a big storyline back in '95. And WWE is still doing references to it in 2020. Take care, everybody. Have a great night. Be safe. Stay positive. And I will see you all next time.